Hello friend, I'm Ric Beattie. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan. And our website is unityroyaloak.org. And there you'll find all kinds of information about our activities. Some of them are hybrid, some of them are online only, like this one currently, and some are only in person. We invite you, if you're local, to participate in everything we have going on. And if you're remote from us, we're grateful of for your participation and your support of our programs. I'm here as a pastor, as the spiritual leader, senior minister of this community, to offer practices and principles that I believe can change lives. They've changed mine. I've been embracing this way of living, this philosophy for living that we call Unity, for about 47 or 48 years. And the last 35 of them very seriously, and certainly since the 22 years that I've been a full-time minister. So I attempt as much as I am able, to the best of my ability, to live what I share. I don't share things that haven't worked for me, that I don't think will work because they sound good or because someone else quoted them. I just don't. I love to think that each of us is forging our way through this journey. And I'm here to support you if I can, and we as a community are. Send me an email, Ric, R-I-C, no K, R-I-C at unityroyaloak.org, and I will get back to you. I'd love to hear from you. Today I'm going to share with you just a brief reading from the source of all our strength. It's from White Eagle, who I had been reading material attributed to White Eagle for a long time. And I read a lot of stuff, but I love this one. And last Sunday I spoke about fear. So if you missed it, go to YouTube and go to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search Unity of Royal Oak, and you'll find our channel. And my last Sunday talk was about fear, about the movement from fear to faith. And it's the fourth in the series of talks I've done on Marianne Williamson's latest book, The Mystic Christ. So I invite you to look at that. But this drew me because it's, again, about fear. It keeps coming up. Have courage, White Eagle says. Never be afraid. Never be afraid. The greatest enemy of humanity is fear. And remember, fear begins with a thought, with an idea that we're afraid of. Something that we think will be amiss if it happens. And then we put energy there. And then what happens is we bring about that very thing, because what we think about often enough, what we cloak in energy, Mr. Fillmore, our co-founder, said, we bring to pass. It's not a reward or punishment, it's just the outforming of the law of attraction, the law of mind action, we call it in Unity. That thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. We hold a thought in our mind, we created a consciousness, and out of that consciousness we create. In Unity we call it mind-idea expression, the Unity Trinity. From the mind of God, an idea comes, we take that idea, we own it, we cloak it with divine substance. Mr. Fillmore said, we would call that energy. How does that happen? We think about it, talk to everybody about it, ruminate about it, wake up about it, and we bring it about. Anyway, and I love this line, be confident in the love and the wisdom of God. So when you're afraid of something, you're trusting in yourself. There is within you a presence and a power that has no limit. Esther Hicks calls it the power that creates worlds. Think about that. And with both the Hubble telescope and the new one, I can't think of its name right now, the more powerful one, I can't think of it. Anyway, trillions of worlds. We don't just have a few in our solar system or in our galaxy, trillions of planets. And God is the God of all of them, all of it, everything. Be confident in the love and the wisdom of God. And remember that if you go into shadow, darkness will not touch you if you are radiating light. Light is love and purity and all the qualities of the Christ Spirit. The Spirit, the divine spark, will ever rise triumphant over all conditions. God is still God, you know? And there has been a tremendous amount of change this week in our country. And it's interesting, what just started with an announcement by the president has brought forth a lot of interesting conversations, and more to come, for sure, more to come. Last week's time with you on Wednesday, I was a little all over the place, and I apologize. I listened to the talk later, and it's like, oh, so this week I'm a little bit more centered. It's been very busy here at Unity of Royal Oak lately, getting some contractor quotes on some things, projects we've had for a long time, and I love the fact that I wear about 3 hats. But my favorite one, I got to make a hospital visit last Saturday or Friday night. And it's been a while since I've been able to do that for lots of reasons. And it felt so good. So I'm an encourager. I often consider myself the chief cheerleader here, the chief community officer, because we're a community of beings, of people who love life and are interested in living life as fully as we can, being at peace, being in peace, being peaceful, and living that peace out in the world is a blessing. So in a moment I'm going to start some music. I'm using tonight Kim Lange, our creative director, a piece called 6 Degrees of Meditation. And before we do that, I'm going to invite you to, pardon me, drinking my fluid, keeping my hydration up. You do the same thing, by the way. So I'm going to invite us to get centered and settled into our, wherever you are, into your seat, into your chair, into your yoga mat. Maybe you're in your recliner. If you have a really cool bed with a power base, maybe you're in that, you're in your bed with it picked up. I do that sometimes. And let's start to relax. Remember that meditation itself is a turning away from the outer noise. It's really a simple thing. And the simplest meditation, and probably one of the most early ones, was to use the breath. And I've said many times, and I've heard others say, the breath is a great teacher. It comes and it goes, and it has a rhythm, and it has a life. And it is as if we are being breathed. So bring your attention for a moment to your breath. And just get a sense of how it feels. The rise and fall of your chest. How your body makes room for the breath, for the expansion of it. And with every breath we take, we relax a little bit more. We become a little bit more centered, a little bit more settled, and a little bit more focused within. We turn away from the outer world by focusing our attention within. So take a deep breath with me. Sigh it out. Take another deeper breath. Sigh it out. One more deeper breath. Sigh it out. And now let your breathing return to normal for you, whatever that is. And scan your body. Start with your toes. Wiggle them. Your feet, flex them. Flex your ankles. Notice your shins and your calves. Moving on up the knees. Powerful levers. The upper leg, the buttocks and the thigh muscles, big muscles in the body. The belt of muscle that goes around your waist. Bring your attention up to your solar plexus. With each breath, relaxing a little bit more. And now moving right on up to the heart. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. That's the southern blessing, right? Bless your heart. But really, bless your heart. Can you imagine just how faithful your heart is to pump blood all through your body? It's an amazing instrument that you have, amazing pump. And it grows, it's organic. It's not engineered by someone. Continuing now up, let's go back to the back, the small of the back, middle of the back, between your shoulder blades, up above your shoulders, on top of your shoulders, wiggle them, become very relaxed. As I start the music, we're going to continue to relax for a few minutes. Then I will begin a prayer, and I will ask you to speak your prayer intention into the space. We'll bless each other, we'll bless the world, and we'll say amen. All right, deal? Let me start the music. 6 Degrees of Separation. 6 Degrees of Meditation by Kim Lange. You can meditate with your eyes open or closed. You can be softly focused. You can keep your eyes wide open. I often do. It takes a while to be able to meditate deeply with your eyes wide open, but when you can walk and meditate, which almost all of us can do. You can also be in a grocery store line, or if I'm at the credit union, or I'm in the post office. I can drop into the zone, because the meditation is really a consciousness where we let go of some of the chatter in the mind. And instead of letting the mind think whatever it wants to, we give it something to think about, hence the breath. If you hear noise, they're doing construction out on the road outside of our building. It's just a reminder to turn within. And when I say turn within, it means bring your attention fully to your breath. Take a breath and turn within. So noticing your breathing, the rhythm of it, follow your next breath inward to the very center of your being. With each breath, relax a little bit more. If your mind wanders off or you hear a noise, just bring it back by bringing your attention to your breath and following the next breath inward. And I invite you now to call to mind any issue that you're having that you would like guidance, wisdom, healing about. Just be aware of what it is. Also, if you have any dear one who's undergoing a procedure, a surgery, a challenge of some kind, can be physical, can be emotional, spiritual. Some things bring on a spiritual crisis for sure. And allow yourself to hear this prayer. Father, Mother, and everything God, we give thanks for the power that is within us, that power, the Christ, 12 helpers, the great I Am presence within us all. And I speak to that presence in my brothers and sisters who are gathered here, to all those dear ones who might listen to this. You have what it takes to be more than a conqueror. You have what it takes to rise above fear, to let go of confusion, to let go of any fear of illness, of surgery, of change, and to let go of any fear about our country. If we think that one or the other of the candidates, or any of them, the multiplicity of them, has the solution, we're wrong. Oh, what if we turn our attention to God, to the indwelling Christ presence in each of us? So it's from this place I bless you, and I bless myself, and I bless this community that I'm honored to be a part of and to lead. And wherever you are in your journey, we're here for you. And we see that globe on the wall behind me, which I leave there. I've been tempted to rearrange my pictures, but I like that to be in the shot here, because when I look at that picture, there are no borders. We don't see any countries. We just see that famous blue-green marble, this beloved planet that we live on, that we are stewards of, that we are charged to care for. And we're getting better at it. Thank you, God, for good news. And the good news is that there's much happening on our planet that is positive. So we pay some attention to that. Wherever you are right now, remember that God is with you. And that God is protecting you. And that power and presence, the one power, the one presence we call God, is with you right now. So I hope that you're having an amazing day or evening, whatever time you're connecting with this stream. And I wish you joy and peace. And I say to you, Namaste.